To have the Prime Minister of the country to be found guilty of breaking the law, to aid very, very powerful people in writing a piece of legislation that existed only for that company. It was written for one purpose, to get them a get out of jail card. And then to have a campaign involving so many key people in the Liberal government to put pressure on the Attorney General and the independent prosecutor is not acceptable. Either we have the rule of law in this country or we don't. And that's what the fundamental question is. So for the Prime Minister to invoke the Mark Zuckerberg defense, which is, hey, thanks a lot for finding me guilty, I'm just going to blow you off. Mark Zuckerberg may get away with that because he lives in another jurisdiction and he's a gazillionaire. But Justin Trudeau cannot blow off the Ethics Commissioner of Canada. If he wants to do that, then he needs to come back and bring a law in that says he's no longer bound by any laws. But right now he's bound by the Conflict of Interest Act and he's been found guilty. We see that there's a pattern of interference by his office and the Privy Council that interrupted 9 potential witnesses to give testimony. We need to know who those 9 witnesses were. We need to know how extent was the interference and the obstruction in the work of the Ethics Commissioner, because the Ethics Commissioner reports to us. It is our job to go back to Parliament whenever there's a problem with lobbying, the work of the Privacy Commissioner, the work of the Information Commissioner, the work of the Ethics Commissioner. When their work is being interfered with for political purposes, it is our job to put our partisanship aside and say we have to have a standard that all parliamentarians should meet, and the Prime Minister has failed to meet this. So I'm asking, Mr. Chair, that you have the power to ask the Commissioner to report to us. I would like you to see you exercise that. He has to report to us. This is his job. Any attempt by the Liberals to stop that will be a pattern of continuing the interference and the obstruction in the fundamental principles of the parliamentary system.